Looks like Travis Scott is back in the good graces of, the people, let's just say, or selected amount of people. And it looks like the plans, whether it be the Cristiano plans or just the plans that may be of whoever is controlling him, are most definitely working. Hey guys, it's Murad Murali here again with another video. If you have not subscribed, guys, it is daily and consistent content. Head over to my Instagram, Patreon for support, my merch, and let's get straight into this video, guys. Subscribe, guys. Click that button. So Travis Scott, guys, I feel like it's become a huge transition in the last 3-4 weeks, and a lot has taken place. Why I feel like he's making a very good comeback, and why I feel like, everything's going to be okay with him and his career is going to be fine, is because people are not scolded for the remaining years of their life. People do move on, unfortunately or fortunately. But for example, there has now been a petition that has emerged. This petition is for, fans wanting Travis Scott to be brought back to headline Coachella, because obviously he was replaced. It's got over 75,000 signatures, and it reads that Travis Scott was not responsible for Astroworld. It was not his fault, and therefore he must be brought back for Coachella. So I don't think it's just his fault. I think multiple people, sectors, variables are all involved, including him as a portion. But I do think that the way he's being loved now is interesting to me. I don't think the man should be scolded for the rest of his life. But at the same time, there should be a consequence, because lives were lost. There should be, it's weird that this only literally happened just less than 2 months ago, and already now he's in the good graces and everything's fine and people forgetting stuff. The whole, he was the one that brought Kanye West to Chicago's birthday party, I think was a ploy to an extent, a great PR move, and it put him back in the good books for a lot of people. There are also now reports saying that Kanye West could allegedly even bring out Travis Scott for the Coachella set anyways, because he was meant to headline. Coachella is not owned by Live Nation, it's via Golden Voices, which is another company, so they're not affiliated with Live Nation. Of course, Travis Scott won't work with Live Nation again. So for him to be working with a different sector, it's even more likable, especially with the increased amount of popularity that he is now getting in the last 3 weeks with these petitions, and with the love he's been receiving for, giving the address for Chicago's birthday party. I just think that this is all a ploy for Travis Scott's management team, whoever they are behind the scenes, who have helped him, to try and bring this around. Him doing that interview with Charlemagne was very stupid. It made no sense. And the more he speaks up about something, the more hate or critique he would get, because he's not good at speaking out. He needs to remain silent and just help people where they would voice for his support, and that is just working for him. And I think the Kanye stuff is a huge catalyst. I do feel like he will be brought into Coachella, and as soon as he does a surprise entrance and Kanye brings him in, the crowd is going to go wild and screaming for him and everything, and we've forgotten about the several people who've passed away, yet those families are still grieving. I don't think that Travis Scott should be scolded for the rest of his life. I don't believe, I'm not like one of those crazy Reddit forums that we see that are hating every single little thing that he does in a positive way. I think they're very weird Reddit forums. Reddit is a very weird place in general, 10 times worse than Twitter. But I do feel like there should be some kind of accountability from his side, and that is something that I haven't seen. So when everything moves on and he receives love, everything again, with the lack of self-awareness and accountability from anything from his side, it just becomes quite worrying and sad. But at the same time, I guess this is a legal issue, and I guess you can't show too much accountability when there are ongoing lawsuits. But it's just an interesting scope if we look at it from behind the scenes, not behind the scenes, from a bird's eye view, and just look at what is going on and look at how, the transition of love is there, and people have instantly forgotten what has taken place, and it was a huge tragedy anyways, and all of these PR events that have taken place, whether it be with Kanye involved or not, whether it's forced or not, whether it's fake or real, whatever, I feel like he has benefited from them, especially the Chicago situation, because the way his name was just dragged into this so randomly, or maybe he thought himself, let me give the address because I know Kanye will ramble and he'll mention my name, let me be the good Samaritan. But then it's also like, to me it's bizarre, because why would he be the one to even give the address in the first place? Why wouldn't anybody else not give the address? I doubt they would refuse to give an address if he was on the phone asking if one of them eventually picked up. So I don't know, but I feel like his plan, his management's PR team plan, it's working well for him. You know, the crisis team, whatever he has, it's working well for him. So it's good news for Travis Scott. And I do feel like, you know, he's going to be absolutely fine. And if anything, he's going to peak even more after this, especially when it comes to a comeback. Everybody loves a comeback. Everybody loves a return to the stage, return with the albums. There's a more of a higher stake and climb, and I just find it intriguing as to how humans operate and work, especially with social media, especially with the very short time span that we have developed because of our addiction to social media, and how it all just works, and how we move on from everything, and we're never really annoyed by anything anyways, and how cancellation culture doesn't even exist. I just think about it a lot, and I just find it intriguing. This is not a video for me to degrade the man. I'm just really looking at the scope of things and how it's working, and how just kind of reviewing this phase. Let me know your thoughts are, guys, when it comes to this video. Subscribe to the channel, click that button. It is daily and consistent content, and I will catch you guys soon for another video.